Hey guys, today I thought I would do something a little different and cover 5 of the crazier theories for Borderlands 3. Some of these theories take inspiration from friend of the channel Cruddy Borderlands Theories over on Tumblr. I'll link that page down below. Make sure you guys go and show some support. Follow me on Twitter though at Hayder, and let's get right into it. Number 1. The idea that the Calypso Twins create a fake vault key and give it to the Vault Hunters. At the end of Borderlands 2, we see Mordecai, Lilith, and Brick use the vault key to open a map of the universe which shows all the other vaults on other planets. Notice that the map is purple. Fast forward to the events of the Commander Lilith DLC, Lilith is reluctant to lead the Crimson Raiders off of Pandora and across the universe to hunt other vaults. We know that by the end of this DLC, the original vault key the Vault Hunters used is destroyed to save the planet and save everyone there. But Lilith is still willing to search for other vaults, saying that they don't need the map, they've all seen it, and they never have needed it before. But we know that by the events of Borderlands 3, they hear about the Calypso Twins, and the Calypso Twins have a vault key that the Vault Hunters are trying to stop them from using, and the Vault Hunters want to take it for themselves. After our fight with Mouthpiece, who has the vault key, the Vault Hunters end up beating him, taking the vault key, and then we get confronted by Tyreen Calypso, and this is what she had to say.
Well, let's do what we came here for, and let's get the vault map.
Amara, you gonna pick that up?
Did you come all this way for that busted-ass map, or are you just here to see me? Didn't know you were such a super fan. Like I said, that map is super busted, so go ahead and take it. I'll swing by later to pick it up. You're my most loyal follower, Vault Thief. You just don't know it yet.
So she says it's busted, which is why they don't want it anymore and they're willing to let us kill Mouthpiece and take it from him. But what if there's another reason? Going back to the reveal trailer for Borderlands 3, when we see Tannis activate the vault key, surrounded by all the new Vault Hunters, instead of the purple light emitting from the vault key and showing a map, this time the light is red and the electricity almost is going around it, out of the vault key. And even Tannis looks shocked and all the Vault Hunters kind of move away from the key. So it is possible that this is what a broken vault key looks like, but broken doesn't fundamentally change the function of the key, and I don't think it would change the color. I feel like if it was busted, it just wouldn't work at all. So it would be a great twist if the Calypsos actually let the Vault Hunters take the key because it's a fake key that when used, maybe projects them and says, we got you guys, you really thought we'd give you the key or leave it with Mouthpiece or anything like that. I think the red color is definitely a thing for that. And I would not be surprised if this is how it ends up playing out in the story, just by the looks on everyone's faces and them saying it's busted when we know that's probably not true. Moving on to number 2, we have to talk about Emily Swan and if she is the same girl we have seen with Maya in all the Borderlands 3 trailers. Let's start with Emily Swan herself. This was a very small Echo device challenge in Borderlands the pre-sequel and was not even associated with a mission or side mission. So the Echo logs could be picked up in Stanton's liver in the pre-sequel and would tell the story of a girl whose younger sister, Emily, is sick and she doesn't have any medicine to help her get better.
Annie Swan, dark contractor for Keep It Spotless Cleaners. If Mum could see me now. Still, the cash is short. Emily's sicker than ever and the universe isn't overflowing with free medical care. Still, picking up after Dahl's fittest and finest lets me sniff out some juicy nuggets of camp gossip. Beats reading a book. Someone's out there though. I can feel eyes on me. Have I got a stalker? I saw it. Him? Her? Late one night I was scrubbing the latrine intake valves when I looked up and, in the distance on a hill, there it was. Tall, spindly, sliced in half by shadow and still as the dead. Watching me. An alien. I'm not sure what to tell the camp commander. She'll think I'm nuts. And Nurse Nina told me Emily's getting worse. I can't lose this job. Not sure what to think of this crazy universe. I didn't end up mentioning my little alien friend to Captain Scott. Money's tighter than ever. And Emily's skin and bone, though I know Nina's trying her best. Then last night, after lights out, it appeared, looming over me. I near had to clean up after myself. It only said 6 words. She will live. Leave this moon. Emily's recovered. Can you believe it? A real miracle. Nurse Nina said some kind of purple light lit up her med bay an hour ago. Then my little moonbeam woke up. I've chucked my job and used the rest of my savings to buy 2 tickets off Elpis. Emily and I are off to Pandora to start afresh. I don't know who or what that Watcher alien is, but thank you.
And it was this Echo series that first referred to this Eridium as the Watcher. And after Emily is saved by the Watcher, her sister is told that, quote, she will live, but leave this moon. There's also all sorts of speculation that the older sister doesn't make it and only Emily survives, which is why she meets up with Maya in the Crimson Raiders. And then it's not even until later after that Emily tells Maya her true story, which is why Maya starts to train her as a siren, because she's been chosen by an Eridium and is seen as important for that. But when this theory became popular, we didn't know anything about the mystery girl Maya was with. She was just an unnamed character that was showing up in trailers, so it was possible that her name was Emily Swan. Now though, we know that her name is Ava. The Borderlands 3 devs have already confirmed this. It is possible that Emily changed her name after the incident to start a new life. And in all the clips, we have only seen Ava and Maya together on Athenas, never on Pandora. So we would have to make another leap to assume that Emily got connected with the Vault Hunters, which, okay, we can assume that, but then met up with Maya and left with Maya when she went back to Athenas, which is possible, but does sound like another big jump. And we'd have to make the jump that she changed her name somewhere in between all that, which seems like a lot of jumps to make just to make this narrative fit, that this girl is Emily Swan. I don't say it's impossible, but I wouldn't say it's super likely. Even if she's not Emily Swan, Ava is still probably the most interesting character in Borderlands 3 so far, and I would like if Gearbox found a different way to incorporate Emily Swan and not just toss her away, which I definitely think they will based on how popular she's been in the community and how much this echolog has gotten picked up. After that is number 3. The girl we've seen in the trailers wearing the gas mask over just her mouth is actually the Calypso Twins' younger sister. So this idea goes all the way back to the Mask of Mayhem teaser trailer, when this girl with a gas mask started to be teased. It was first thought that there was a connection between this mysterious girl and who we now know is Ava, which now definitely seems unlikely knowing more about Ava and seeing her more. The reason this theory started, that this girl with the mask is the Calypso's younger sister, due to a line of dialogue from Mouthpiece, when he announced that Tyreen was the first sister.
The moment you've been waiting for! Let loose your bloodlust roar for our God Queen, the first sister, Tyreen Calypso!
Which could mean 2 different things. 1, that Tyreen was born before Troy, or 2, that she has another sister, but Tyreen is the older sister, or the first sister. To quickly touch on the first point, it was revealed that Troy and Tyreen were conjoined twins, which muddies the water on if one twin can really be born before the other when they're conjoined, and it makes the third sibling theory more interesting. Going back to the Mask of Mayhem end screen, we see all 3 of the alleged Calypsos. In order, we get Tyreen at the top because she is the leader of the Children of the Vault and the most powerful. Next is Troy. He's the second in command for the Children of the Vault and second most powerful. And finally, kind of in order, we get their younger sister, the one without siren powers and less say and power than the others. On top of all that, she is just super visually similar to Tyreen. They both have white hair with one side shaved. And I will say that the female Psycho cosplay guide on the Borderlands website does show that female Psychos do have an option for white hair, but they don't show options for a gas mask on the mouth or the feathers on the shoulder. The feathers seem to have been very prominent whenever we see this character, and the gas mask seems pretty important too if there's something going on with her health or look there. So yes, it's possible other bandits will have white hair or even the shaved side of their head to match Tyreen, but the feathers and gas masks make her stand apart and make it seem like it could be a more important character. Also, just in the Mask of Mayhem in general, her character model is pretty big compared to everything else, and I don't think Gearbox would tease her for nothing if she was just a throwaway character. I think she at least has to be a boss. After that is number 4, the idea that Pandora will be destroyed in Borderlands 3. This comes from the alternate Borderlands 3 covers from the Museum of Mayhem that 2K created with Gearbox and Nerdist to host at San Diego Comic-Con. I made a video going over all the cover variants already, and I'll link that down below if you haven't seen it yet. In the museum, Gearbox posted a ton of concept art, including early designs for the game cover of Borderlands 3. In 2 of the covers, we get a look at planets being destroyed. On the first cover, we see a bandit. He's sitting on this mysterious red planet with Sanctuary 3 flying around his leg, and below Sanctuary 3 we can see a planet already exploding. Also notice that the planet is very brown, which has always been a sore spot for Borderlands 1, the color palette, all brown, so they could already be hinting at Pandora. But this by itself doesn't mean anything. This same idea of planet destruction shows up in another cover though. This time the planet seems to directly reference Pandora. The planet has the face of a psycho, and we can see Sanctuary 3 flying directly away from this planet. Obviously it doesn't confirm it's Pandora, but having the psycho face definitely makes it seem likely, and having Sanctuary 3 flying directly away from it I think adds to this. In the museum as well, we get some more concept art of a giant weapon. We can see the crosshairs of this weapon pointing at a planet, and the planet itself looks brown. Then in the gameplay reveal event trailer, we get an actual look at this weapon. Obviously the design has changed from the concept stage, but it still looks like a weapon, and it still looks like it will be used to destroy planets. And it would be huge if Gearbox was willing to have either Malawan or the Calypso Twins attack and potentially split or destroy Pandora in 2 separate pieces. I say split because I don't think Gearbox would waste all this time on having Pandora be a planet we can go to in Borderlands 3 just to destroy it and then lose gameplay that we still could have. But I think splitting it into pieces or changing the map could be something they would definitely do, and I think we could see something similar to that with this weapon and with planets being destroyed. Within the same vein of that theory is the idea that Tannis has actually predicted a mass extinction event from the Commander Lilith DLC, and this is what Tannis had to say in the DLC itself.
I don't have time to mass produce the antidote. If you do not stop Hector from releasing the gas, he will cause a planetary mass extinction. I figured we had at minimum 6 or 7 years before something like that.
Notice that she says Pandora has only 6 or 7 years until she expected a mass extinction. The timeline lines it up where it's been 7 years from Borderlands 2 to Borderlands 3, which goes right on track with Tannis' mass extinction. So it's possible that even if Pandora doesn't get physically destroyed by whatever this mysterious weapon is, the planet could definitely be destroyed by some other mass extinction event which causes all the wildlife, animals, and potentially people to have to leave and or be killed by whatever's there. It's really interesting, and I hope it's just not a throwaway line of dialogue, as with a lot of these are. I hope that they actually build onto this, and I think the reason they said 6 to 7 years has to play into this. The 7-year timeline seems very important, and they're trying to stick to it. And the final theory, number 5, has to do with Maya gaining new abilities in Borderlands 3. A theory has been around for a while that sirens are able to gain new powers when using Eridium. Take Lilith, for example. She was always able to phase walk in Borderlands 1 before the introduction of Eridium into the series. But in Borderlands 2, Lilith starts using Eridium, and then she's able to teleport other people or other things. She starts by teleporting the Vault Hunter, and later in the game she is able to teleport all of Sanctuary with enough Eridium. So if this logic is able to be placed on all sirens, then they all should have a second siren ability when using Eridium. So it would make sense that Maya, she's now the most seasoned siren we have left, especially if Lilith does lose her powers, and she's probably going to be the strongest siren we've ever seen. As to what her siren ability will be when using Eridium, it's hard to say. It could be something as simple as what the Watcher was able to do at the end of the pre-sequel with stopping bullets and manipulating reality. Maya's description on the cosplay guide does say that she has learned more about her powers and is stronger than she was in previous games, so I could definitely see her becoming way more powerful than Lilith and able to do things that no other siren can do. I think with her power, since she was already able to grab things, phase lock, I think her using that more generally and stronger could definitely be a thing, which is why I say maybe stopping bullets, stopping attacks, things like that. But that's where I'm going to end this video. Those are 5 of the crazier Borderlands 3 theories that I think have some truth to them. Make sure to like and share this video, subscribe for all things Borderlands, and I will see you guys in the next one.